Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and in this video, we're talking about some interior design trends that I would never bring into my home, and some of them might surprise you. The first trend, I still see it today. I actually just saw it in a video, and we have to talk about it, that I would never bring into my home is a fuzzy rug. Whether that is shag, whether that's faux fur, whether that is shearling. I wouldn't do it because I do not have the patience to maintain a rug like a child, okay? And I'm not talking about maintaining the rug as if I was a child maintaining the rug. I'm talking about taking care of that rug like it was my kid. I don't have the time for it, I don't have the patience for it, and it never looks good. They age so quickly because of the pile. Things get trapped in them, they get dirty, especially if you get a light colored rug like is so on trend right now. It's not the vibe, and it's impossible to clean them and have them come out looking good, which is just another nightmare in itself that I don't even want to get into. These rugs, you can often find them a little bit more affordably, and I think that's great, but sometimes it's worth spending a little bit more and getting a rug that's lower maintenance that will actually, withstand the use of, like, not even a lot of use, but if you have pets or anything like that, you don't want to have a fuzzy, furry rug because they just get disgusting and they don't look good. So I would never bring it into my home. I don't suggest you do either. And if you're looking for a rug and you're like, Garrett, I don't know what to do, book a consultation with me, a private one-on-one FaceTime consultation. You can book it going to intro.co/GarrettLeChic or using the link in the description box down below. You know me and that I don't love furniture sets. No interior designer or interior design commentator does, because they just don't have personality and character the way we want them to in our home. And the number one thing I hate to see a set in is a bedroom. Like a living room set, okay, maybe you get matching sofas, maybe you get the sofa matching chair, whatever. That you can kind of play with and can kind of look good. But in a bedroom, it's just not the move. It's not what you want to do because it just doesn't build and develop character. And in a bedroom, you don't want to have a ton of clutter. You don't want to have a ton of stuff, but you do want personality. So for me, I like to get a dresser and nightstands that match. I think that's a great way to get that set and get cohesivity, but then do a different bed. Give me a custom headboard, give me an upholstered headboard, give me something different, a different color, a different material, a different wood tone, or maybe none of that, maybe it's painted. I don't know, you're gonna have to decide that for yourself, but I don't like a bedroom set or a full set anyway, because I just think it's all matching, it's all the same thing. And that's okay, it's great, but like, who lives here? Is this a furniture showroom? Is it staged? Is it a catalog? Because it's not a magazine, let me tell you that. I don't love a bedroom set, and I think that you can elevate a space really easily by not having that. And it doesn't mean you have to get rid of a set or get rid of any of the pieces. If you have 2 bedrooms in your house, switch the beds around. There you go. Now you don't have matching bedroom sets in either one of them, and you've got some more personality. That can be a really fun way to upgrade your home without spending a ton of money. We have to talk about something I don't like, and I would never bring into my home, a trend right now that is just not happening for me. And that is all about color. I'm very interested, I'm invested in color. I love color. I actually have an amazing video all about how to choose color for your home that I'm gonna link for you right up here and in the description box down below. If you need the help, check it out. I don't like neon colors. I don't like crazy colors. I don't like colors that are overly vibrant. I don't mind it in artwork. Like this piece behind me, it's got a lot of great vibrant tones and it's some beautiful greens, but it's a smaller scale. It's easier to see and take in. And actually you can see that even though it is very vibrant and bright, we have blue, we have green, we have a little bit of teal and turquoise and some yellow. These are all in the same family. So creating cohesivity that way can make using really vibrant color fun. But for me, I just don't want like neon colors in my home. I don't want neon colors in my home. I don't want anything too crazy, at least not in an overwhelming way. Do I have artwork that is very fun and very vibrant and very colorful? Yes, absolutely. And I think that's the best place to put color into your home. And you can go for things that are a little more muted, a little bit more of neutral tones. And it doesn't mean you have to have like white, brown, or black, or beige, or gray, or whatever to be a neutral tone. It can be whatever is your neutral. For me, that's blue. I could put as much blue into my house as I want. It's not gonna feel overwhelming to me. The reality is some of these colors are too energetic, they're too frenetic, they have too much chaos in them, and you go, I have a French Bulldog. There's enough chaos in my life as it is, and I can prove that to you. Oh, so now you're gonna be sweet, Now you're gonna be sweet. What did these grumbles mean, What did they mean? What do you wanna say? Oh, I know. He wants to tell everybody that this would be a perfect opportunity for you to take a moment and hit that subscribe button, become a part of the LeChic family, and give this video a like. You might be a crazy little French Bulldog, but you're very sweet and you're very loving. Oh, yes, you're my baby. You're the baby boy. Oh, a little ASMR moment, Okay, buddy. We're gonna let you go play. Chaos. I told you I don't love these crazy vibrant tones all over the place. I think these really vibrant moments are best left in smaller doses because they're easier to consume and they actually can make a space feel very interesting and curated and natural that way, as opposed to having too much of it, because that's not what you want in your home. Or maybe that is what you want in your home. I need to relax in my space, so that's why I choose more muted tones. Let's talk about another thing I don't like. I love making these videos where I talk about things I don't like because it's so easy and so much fun for me, because the thing I don't like the most, the thing I can't stand and I don't want to see anywhere, is box store artwork. That's not artwork. Okay, it's mass produced. Somebody made the original and that's great, but it's not like a one-off. It just says nothing about you, in my opinion, to have box store art everywhere in your home. You could find something that is produced in a limited run that you really enjoy and you like limited edition prints or numbered and signed things. Like most of the artwork in this room is that thing. Some of them are original, some of them are numbered, but I actually really love these pieces and they have a history and they say something about me. There's a story behind them and I love it. And the story is not, I walked into a store, saw it sitting on the shelf and thought it was pretty, so I bought it. There actually is a history there, and that's what you want artwork to have. It's a conversation, it's a moment. It represents a memory to you and something that you can see and enjoy in your home. And getting store-bought, mass-produced artwork doesn't do that for you. You can do things that are interesting, that are fun. You can have some family photos hung up. You can have really cool autograph photos. You can have a gallery wall, or you can get a really big piece of art. You can make it yourself, and I love that. Figure out that you're a creative. That's always so much fun. Maybe you do an oversized mirror. We love that. I think you can do a lot with artwork in your home, and it doesn't have to be super expensive. There are so many fantastic artists out there that you can get great pieces from that are not super expensive, or you can find a really cool vintage piece of art that's really interesting as well. Let's have a little creativity. Let's have some originality, and you can mix and layer that in with some store-bought pieces, and I think that's a good way to build character and personality, develop a beautiful space that says something about you, and it could also be a little bit more affordable. One of the things I've been telling you about that I've been saying don't get it, don't do it because of the maintenance that I would never bring into my home is unlacquered brass. We've had this conversation before and we will have it again because it must be said. Unlacquered brass is beautiful. It's gorgeous and I love it, but I don't love the maintenance of it. I'm not polishing all of this brass around my house because I don't have the time for it. I don't know who does. I have a real life. I live it. There's no like staff or army of people maintaining my home. So I can't have all of these high maintenance elements. There's a point at which you have to pick something, and for me, unlacquered brass is just not that thing. I think it's beautiful in photographs and I love that. I wouldn't be able to take care of it and it would constantly be aged like that and I'd have to go over it all of the time. I would much rather have a crystal chandelier. That takes work because you have to keep the crystal clean so it sparkles, and there's lots of places it could build dust up on it. That's a lot of work as it is, so I don't pair that with unlacquered brass that I can't take care of. And I don't think there's anything wrong with unlacquered brass. I actually like it. I think it's really beautiful. I personally don't have the time to put the maintenance into it, and I think that's the important thing to take away, or I guess that's what this topic should really be about, is that I just don't do things that are high maintenance in my home that I can't take care of. And you have to choose what you value over the aesthetics or what is most important to you. you. For me, it's a crystal chandelier. For you, it might be unlacquered brass, and I love that for you. But I don't do it in my home because I just can't take care of it, and I want my home to stay looking fresh, polished, clean, and tidy, and not aged. And unlacquered brass will patina and age, and I don't want to see that in my home. One of the biggest trends that I think is beautiful, but I personally don't bring into my home, are trend-driven marble pieces, because they are, it's hard to put a specific reason on this. One, they're very expensive. Marble is really heavy, it costs a lot to ship, and it has to be manufactured in a specific way. So these pieces tend to be very expensive. And there's nothing wrong with that because they are very good quality, and I love that. The other reason is that they are very specific. We all know Calcutta viola. How many people do you follow that have a white living room with a white sofa and a white rug with a Calcutta viola coffee table? How many? I can name 5 of them off the top of my head. I wouldn't bring it into my home because I've seen it so much and it's so specific that it can actually feel a little dated pretty quickly or a little played out quickly. Not that I think there's anything wrong with Calcutta viola. It's a great marble, a great stone, and I love the variation in it. I've just seen it so much. And I think there are other varieties that are actually a little more timeless, like Calcutta Monet, Calcutta Gold. I personally also just really like travertine. That's not even marble, and I think it's great and it's very neutral. There are so many other types of stone out there that I think will actually be a little bit more timeless, things that have been around and been very popular for a long time. I use green marble in my home for some of the tables and side tables because I think it's really cool. It brings another layer into my space, and it's been around forever. You could get black marble, you can get maroon marble or green marble. There's so many variants out there that you don't have to choose the one specific type that's trending right now, because that has the most potential to become dated the quickest, and marble is very expensive. It's hard to sell because it's difficult to move. You do not want to find yourself in a position where you have something like that you regret later. Unless, of course, you really love it and think you're gonna keep it regardless, then I say it's a great idea and you should definitely consider it. Now you know some of the trends I would never bring into my home, but there are some trends out there that we thought would last forever, but we were tricked. Be sure you check out this video right over here, and I will see you over there.